So our subject today is balancing security and facilitation, the smart border. If you just have a look at this first slide, you will see that airports are congested and there is lack of space, which mainly government are facing today with the increasing number of travelers. So how can we make balancing between security and facilitation? How can we achieve this goal? This is that we're gonna trying to address today. The main issue is that government look at security, that you have to stop all traffic, is that you have to check all bags, that you have to interview all the passengers. While facilitation, as we think about it as traveler, we don't need no border controls. There is no security. We need to pass smoothly when we are traveling. So how can we make this balance? I think the best solution today that we want to talk about it is to develop a smart border where we can achieve this balancing, and why not to perform better security and enhance facilitation. Let's look at the smart border approach. It's an approach today we want to discuss it with you. First of all, who is coming? If we knew who is coming, we can decide what to do with them. This is what we call it extending the border of the country of arrival to the country of departure. And we can achieve this by using advanced passenger information. So you see in this part we have three main components: who is coming to the country, who is at the border, already at the border, what we have to do, and who is in the country, people which are already staying in the country. So if I know in advance who is coming, I could take the right decision. Today, the traditional approach is to do security at the country level. Instead of concentrating at the passenger level, they are saying like people coming from this country are blacklisted, or we don't want to give them the right to come. So why not start thinking about only concentrating on high-risk passenger? If we were able to automate checks at the borders by combining the processes, we could speed up the process. If we can really identify genuine travelers, so this can help us allowing these people to enter to the country and free space, a lot of space, while preventing the other from entering. So today, traditional systems are based on advanced passenger information, where we get information on the passengers. But there is no link with biometrics. If we are trying to do automation and link this information to biometrics, we can achieve three main things. First, with biometrics, we can link the person with the electronic document, what we call it authentication. Second, we are sure with biometric that this person who arrived to the country is the same person who left. And third, we can use biometrics to do blacklist checking. So this is what we're talking about automation. Already, anything related to advanced passenger information is using alphanumeric information. And the risk today is that with the known problem of spelling mistakes, combination of names, we might have false alert that this person is high risk or is not supposed to come. So the idea is to be able in the future to combine these information which are coming from different sources with biometrics. Who is in the country? If you are not able to detect the people during this process, they are inside the country and there is no mean to make a control unless they travel again. They might change their information. They might change they might have a new passport. So this is the detection at this stage will be difficult. An e-gate, everyone knows about e-gates and a lot of suppliers on the market, like our colleague here from Vision Box. We know that e-gate is not only a hardware, okay? So it needs solution, it needs some intelligence. So what we provide is an integration with the existing system. So initially, for any solution that we are proposing, we should be able to identify the requirements, to scope it properly, and to define all the integration level. This is what we call it our border hub, which is seamlessly a solution which we don't need to directly affect the back-end system. So by having an integration with the existing system like police systems, watchlets, etc., and by providing the right maintenance services and the reporting which will ensure the continuity of the solution, we are sure that we are building a smart e-gate solution. One important step at the e-gate is reading the travel document and the passport. We have to make sure at this stage that we have the information, the document template database to be able to read different types of documents. In addition to that, we know today with the e-passport that is coming more and more as a solution, we can have fraudulent passport where people can change and alter the chip. In this case, we have to really implement and have the real infrastructure like the PKI services to be able to detect any fraud on the chip, to guarantee that it's a genuine one. And in addition to that, if we need to read the biometrics, like having the EAC, Extended Access Control, so we need also to have all the certificate and all the PKI infrastructure. A smart solution we should cater for this. For any e-gates, it's an investment for the authorities, and this investment is at least for 4 to 5 years. And we have to be aware that new requirements related to the travel documents, like let's say new travel documents should be put on place. Nowadays we're talking about the boarding pass. So any solution should be evolving one and should be modular to allow adding new travel documents, to allow adding additional biometrics. I don't need to change my investment. I don't need to change the whole hardware. So from the beginning, this is the intelligence behind choosing the right solution. As well as the workflow, it will change with the time, with the requirements. So it cannot be static solution at all. The last point is location in ports. There is renovation in the airports, and I need to change the location of the e-gate. It should be designed in a way to be able to change it from one place to another place. And sometimes it should be moved to other places in order to have more control where there is more congested people coming. Smart biometrics. We're using all the time the word smart biometrics, smart automation, because we are using things out of the box. Today, we should have an infrastructure that should cater for multi-biometrics. Even if I'm using only fingerprint, I should be able to capture the iris and the portrait for future use, for future requirement that will come up. Otherwise, later on, it will be too late to go and enroll all the people. I should be able to do this multi-biometric matching. And this is what we call the fusion of the result in order to guarantee the accuracy of the result.
See you. He come to you? Francis?
At the end, this is actually the last slide of the presentation, where we see the smart future is somehow fully automated, where we think there is no more queues, where we think that we have better performance, where we think by achieving this we'll be able to provide a better future for our borders. Today, as Morpho, we are proud to say we are unique on the world that we can provide two solutions, which is identification services and the detection services. And by combining these two solutions, we position ourselves as the right partner to do and to work on that smart future, enabled to achieve at the end the balancing between security and facilitation. This is the end of my presentation. Actually, it was short, but if you have any questions, please, you're welcome. Thank you.